So I walked 20,000 steps a day for the month of June, which is equivalent to 10 miles a day every single day for 30 days. And I'm going to share with you my experience and what I learned along that journey. First of all, you might hear that, and I heard that, and I thought of that before, and I was like, 20,000 steps a day. But what I've realized from doing it for 30 days is that it's possible. It seems like a huge scary number, but it's really, really possible. It's really achievable. So 10 miles a day, if you're walking at 4 miles per hour pace, this is a pretty good pace, and you're doing that an hour in the morning, an hour in the evening, that's basically 8 miles done. So you can really knock this out with 2.5 hours of walking, depending on your pace. If you're going slower, it'll take you a bit longer. But whenever I started to realize that if I just bang out like an hour in the morning or 90 minutes in the morning, I'm basically almost there. Then I started to look at it as not this big thing that's so scary to do, but I was like, no, this is achievable. And I've proved to myself that it's achievable because I did it for 30 days in a row. Bear in mind, there were some days where there was a few, like I was on like 90,500 and something steps, but I tried to make up for it the next day. And there was one day where my phone just glitched out and just didn't give me the steps. And I was like, But I'll show you the stats here. So the second thing I learned is that, my God, walking is so sociable. During the 10 miles daily grind, I met so many different people, yogis, business people, people who are students, all sorts of people. It was amazing. People who are like, oh my God, Clinton, are you YouTubing? Because I would be like vlogging. And I met so many people in my local area. People that I see, but I don't see that often, I start to see all the time. So if you want to get sociable, if you want to improve your social skills in any way, you want to just get around people a lot more, walk a lot more. You'll bump into so many people, parks, cool sights in your city, all these different things. It was epic just to be out and socializing with a lot of people that I would never have came across if I wasn't doing this challenge. So the next one is that I learned how beneficial walking is to the body and mind. I mean, whenever I was doing this 20,000 steps a day challenge, you know, I was out in nature a lot more, breathing in that good ass prana, as Infinite Waters would say. You know, I was pumping my lymphatic system, getting the cardiovascular system going. Just out into nature alone does wonders for your health, you know. So I felt like my health went to a whole new level because I was spending way more time outside, less time indoors, more time in my community, more time just in beautiful nature like this. Because as the saying goes, walking is not just a form of transportation, but can also be a form of meditation. And I find that a lot. There was a lot of times whenever I was so peaceful and so calm. Like whenever you're walking and you know, you completely just stop thinking. It's just like someone else is walking your legs for you. And I'm sure you've had this experience before if you've done like long walks or like silent walks or something. Like it's just this very meditative flow that you can get in from walking. Another thing that I realized from this journey is that there's a lot of my local city, I live in Belfast, that I haven't been to or seen. And I'm like, what the hell, man? I live here. Like a lot of locations that I just would not have been at if I wasn't walking this much. The curiosity gene came out of me, so I was like freaking back alley, seeing all these cool graffitis and stuff like that, graffiti art, going to parts of the city that are freaking tourist locations that I just haven't been in, out of pure just not being in line with like adventurous mindset in my own city. So it's crazy. So you get to see a lot more new parks, new sites, new locations. So that was epic. I freaking loved that aspect of it. Another thing that I really enjoyed about walking the 20,000 steps and I experienced is that you really have to be motivated, or you really have to set up a system in place to achieve it. It's not something that you can kind of just lackadaisically fall into, or at least not initially, whenever it's not a habit. I've taken a couple days off, but whenever I was in the early stages of doing the 20,000 steps a day, I felt like if I didn't hustle, like if I didn't make the time to do it, it just won't happen, and I will eventually have to make up for it later on in the day. So it's one of those things that if you don't hustle, if you don't grind, you won't achieve it. It's just that simple. You just got to do the work. So I had a lot of energy during this challenge, during this goal that I set for myself, and that's highly due to my high-carb, plant-based lifestyle. Now, if you're a marathon runner and you want to win a marathon, what do you load up on? That's right, carbohydrates, potatoes, rice, corn, sweet potatoes. As the song goes, rice, corn, potatoes, sweet potatoes. Remember that. Remember that. If you want to be lean, what do you smash down? Rice, corn, potatoes, sweet potatoes, like the 1.7 billion Asians. First generation Asians smashing down the rice and vegetables. Little to no meat, no dairy. Now, this is why I recognize I had a lot of energy, because I get the carbohydrates in. But remember, we live in a society that's telling you, wait a minute, carbs make you fat, potatoes and rice make you fat. But is that true? 1.7 billion Asians eating rice and lean. Is that true? If carbohydrates made you fat, I'd be obese, okay? The reason I had a lot of energy during this is because I was smashing down the carbs. I don't fear carbs. If you want to go the distance, smash down the carbs. Someone asked me, Clinton, is walking good for weight loss? Walking is fantastic for weight loss. Do you know why? Because weight loss is primarily due to your diet. And the leaner you are, the easier it is to walk. Obviously, if you're obese, it's going to be a lot harder on your knees and joints. So I would probably recommend cycling. But the average person should be able to do this. And if you smash down the carbs, you'll have the energy to actually persist. So I'm going to touch briefly on a bit of the drawback from doing this, because it wasn't all sunshine and rainbow. One is, sometimes I felt like, oh my God, this is all I'm doing. I don't have time for anything else. So that's one thing that came up. But then I realized that from walking, I get a lot. And if I listen to an audiobook, I get a lot from that. So another one is, initially your feet are sore. So I was like, ah! But you get used to it. The body adapts very quickly. So that's another one. So just be prepared. And another one is, yeah, sometimes you're going to have to leave certain situations just to get it done. But I say the benefits that you get are way outweigh any downsides, in my opinion. So another thing I realized is that so many people use walking is a way to promote whatever cause that they believe in. And it was so inspiring to see along my walking journey that so many different groups were using walking to spread a message of, treatment for breast cancer, treatment for what are all these different ailments. You see this a lot in marathons where people are running for like autism, all these different things. People walking for refugees, all these amazing causes. And And I met a few people and I've spoken to them about their experience, and they say people generally are very supportive. And I remember whenever I saw the group walking for breast cancer, I was like, oh yes! Because it's so nice to see how people are willing to extend themselves for the benefit of others. So that was epic. That was epic. So what I learned is walking is a great way to promote a message. Obviously my message is just get out there, get fit, get healthy, get sociable, you know what I mean? Just get out there, eat plant-based. Let's reduce the suffering of animals in the world. Let's get healthy so we can lower the deaths due to obesity. So yeah, walking is a great way to spread a cause like that. So if you're inspired, why not give it a try? If I can do it, you can do it. 30 days, 20,000 steps a day. And if you do this in conjunction with a healthy diet, suggested plant-based diet, you're gonna see amazing results. Physically, mentally, just socially, you're gonna see amazing things happen into your life. So if you like this video, please like and share it. Let's inspire more people to get healthy walking. Dab.